Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annie with Annie's Hoya Jungle, and today I wanted to talk to you about my favorite Hoyas for the month of February. We are almost done with the month of February, and I have acquired some new Hoyas this month, and I just wanted to show you guys what my favorite ones are and see if maybe you guys have this in your collection. If you don't, maybe consider adding them to your collection because they are absolutely beautiful. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. And without further ado, let's get right into my top favorite Hoyas for the month of February. Okay, so the first Hoya that I want to show you guys is a Hoya that I've had on my wish list for a long time. I didn't get it at first because I heard that this Hoya is dramatic, and if you're anything like me, I love Hoyas that are very easygoing, that don't require a lot of maintenance. And everything that I heard about this Hoya was that they were dramatic, they were high maintenance, people weren't having a good time with them. So I'm hoping that's not the case for me, but we'll see. I've only had this Hoya for about a week now, so it is a favorite of mine. I did get it in the month of February, but it is a new Hoya. So if you have any tips for me on this one, let me know. This one is my Hoya dekea. She came to me in Pawn in this self-watering planter. She actually had, let me turn this around. Behind this leaf, she had another set of leaves that I cut to propagate just in case something happens to this plant. I have a backup plant of this one, but this is beautiful, you guys. Like, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but there's a lot of splashing on these leaves. And I just love the veining and the heart-shaped leaves on this one. Those two things are my favorite for sure. So this is Hoya dekea. My next Hoya is one that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about, and I'm not quite sure why, because it's such a cute little Hoya. When I first saw this Hoya, I didn't like it. I thought it was not cute. It looked very different from all the other Hoyas that I had seen, and I changed my mind immediately after I got this Hoya. Hoya rotundiflora. And this Hoya has put out these new leaves right here and right there, and it's working on a new set of leaves right there. And let me turn it around. It's got new leaves right there. This is a very easygoing Hoya. I water it whenever the medium is dry. I have it right now in coco coir. But once the new growth hardens off, I'm going to move it into cocoa chips. The next Hoya I'm going to show you guys is the one that I have talked about in one of my previous videos. I had issues with this Hoya when I first got it, and I'm convinced that it was from the seller that I got it from, because I've had issues with the seller selling me Hoyas in the past that have all done very, very terrible or died. And this Hoya was on the verge of dying. Luckily able to save this Hoya. It took a very long time for it to finally get established. I would say I got this Hoya in September of last year, and it's taken up until now to see roots and new growth. So I'm not sure what is going on, what happened, but she's finally doing really good. So this is Hoya Matilde. And this one came to me as like a little starter plant, like a little 2-inch starter plant, but the roots were rotted. So I just let it sit there, let it acclimate to my environment. But then I noticed that nothing was really happening with this Hoya. So then I eventually decided, you know, let me look at the roots and see what is going on. And I did notice that like the roots were they were rotted. I'm pretty sure it came to me that way. So I eventually moved it over to like a chunky mix, and she took her time, but she finally rooted, and now she's pushing out new growth right there. Like this whole vine is all new, and she's got new leaves right here and right there. And let me show you, look at all those roots right there that are coming out. So she's working really hard, but she is such a cute Hoya. I highly recommend you have a Matilde in your collection. They are so adorable and so very easygoing. Mine took a little bit to get established, but I'm sure not all of them are like that. So definitely add a Hoya Matilde to your collection if you don't have one already. My next Hoya that I wanted to show you guys for the month of February is such a cutie, and I'm so excited that there is new growth on this Hoya because it was a 1-node fresh cutting that I had received back in November 2022. It's finally putting out new growth. That is gonna be Hoya crassipetiolata Splash. And this Hoya is adorable. Look at that. This leaf right here, that is a brand new leaf. It's still, I think it's still growing because it hasn't hardened off yet. And then it's working on another, let me see if the camera will get that. Another new leaf right there. It's working on another one right there, but yeah, that's Hoya crassipetiolata Splash. She is adorable, you guys. I love this Hoya. My last Hoya for the month of February is another Hoya that I really wasn't familiar with until I received a cutting from a Hoya mystery cuttings box on Etsy, and I was like, man, this looks very familiar to another Hoya that I have. However, it is a little bit different. I don't even know if I'm gonna pronounce this name right. Vaccinoides? I'll put the name on the screen because I feel like I'm butchering that, but I think it's Hoya vaccinoides. But here's her. To me, she looks like a little Bella, and her nickname is actually Wee Bella. These are fuzzy leaves and they're tiny, but I would say a little bit thicker than a Hoya Bella. Their flowers look pretty similar though. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my favorite Hoyas for the month of February, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.